10
Thank you.
being, how do you say that? Sorry, didn't hear what you said. What's his name?
Quandan. No, I can't even say it. I didn't even attempt it, so.
Number 10. Number 10.
Yeah, we'll keep it number
He's
10.
easier that way.
Yeah.
A Strydom trait, a number. Number
Yeah,
10.
number 10.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Coastal Boys. I think we're a lucky charm for the Strydom family. If we have you on board, you either have a winner or your dad has a couple of winners. Let's hope that trend can continue. Welcome, Kyle.
Thank you very much for having me again.
It's always good to have. The
It's
only thing
another good
missing
day.
today, the only thing missing is your glistery on top.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's in the wash, so.
Speak to the girlfriend or the wife. Tell her it needs to be
Yeah,
done.
it's to get in order.
Docker pay. What can you do? Be a hard taskmaster like your father.
I
At
should
least you're
be.
sitting a bit further back today. Your father, I'm afraid, with his eyes, has to sit right on top of the screen.
Oh, I can imagine. It
It's
must have been a
terrible. I mean,
disaster.
no, it was fine. I mean, he did well. He speaks well. I mean, except he didn't. He never mentioned names, just numbers. That's what. But he was good.
That's
He was great. Nothing wrong with your dad. Nothing wrong
no,
with
it's
your
good.
dad.
Wish
Okay,
the
we
guy's
have a
tips went
9
actually.
race. Not bad at all. Tough day. It was quite an interesting day, but we got through it. And again, guess what? Back on the poly, carded for the turf.
Yeah.
Back on the poly. I mean,
Back on the poly.
what can you do? I mean, I think Leon Lotz took a few horses to Joburg today to even run on the course.
Just to try and get him to see the turf.
To turf. But let's hope. I see you guys had more rain and more forecasts. Probably wise to switch to the poly. With that, there's only 3 non-runners at the moment. I do expect more will come out because you have till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to scratch.
Yeah, so.
I mean, there's a few that have been nominated before for races on the poly and have been taken out quite late. And we'll mention those when we get to the races. But we kick off on the first race, as we always do. It's welcome to Nelson Mandela Maiden Juvenile Plate. 1,400 meters on the poly to kick you guys off. The betting is Nobody's Perfect, number 4, Even Money. Seattle Glow, 28 to 10. 33 to 10, Eternal Spirit. 10 to 1, and Better the Rest. I see you've got a late start tomorrow unless you pick up some spare rides, hopefully.
Quiet day tomorrow.
Have you had a look in the first?
Yeah. Of his Smallfield last juvenile of the year. Interesting one for Mr. Westhuizen. First time the mother won on. But she wanted a bit of ground, so I suspect that filly also would like a bit of ground. To be honest, Nobody's Perfect. I thought should have probably run a bit better. She didn't really kick on. I was sort of beside her. She never really kicked on. Wasn't the strongest of fields. So I was a bit disappointed in her run last time. For that reason, I like Seattle Glow and Eternal Spirit above her. It's just, I think Eternal Spirit might will enjoy the step up. Drawn 1, big bonus. Seattle Glow's improved, got tongue tie on, so it may have made a noise something, but she's also improved slightly. I don't think you have to be a world beater for this race. So I'll definitely go Seattle Glow, Eternal Spirit, and then obviously Nobody's Perfect. Can't leave out.
Okay, interesting comment about Nobody's Perfect. Obviously, this was hasn't travelled; it was stayed down in PE. I thought it was quite a thin race, and for me, my first pick would be Eternal Spirit. I wasn't sold on the Career Force. I mean, it hasn't showed enough for me yet. It has Richard Ferrier, and its stable's banging form. I mean, it's been 14 to 1 and 20 to 1 on both starts. He's a jockey strike now, which is quite interesting. Richard gets onto this for the first time. But my first pick, I think, would be the 3. I do prefer the 4 to the 5. So for me, it'll be the 3, Eternal Spirit, and Nobody's Perfect if I was taking exactors or swingers. And you've got included the Career Force. Not a deep race, and let's move on to the second. The second, we have an open maiden over 1400 as well. They won't have to move the starting stalls. The betting is made to measure 2-1, 5-2 Kalish Cyborg, 6-1 Give Me the Gold, 6-1 Pretty Boy, 7-1 Champagne Blaze, 20-1 and better the rest. Worthy
Yeah.
favourite?
To be fair, these open main handicaps, they haven't been the strongest of fields as of late. I think it's between the 1 and the 2 personally. Um, the two sort of has become a bit of a bridesmaid in PE. Second, third, second. She half moves up like she's gonna win, and then doesn't really finish her race off. So for that reason, I might go Carlish Cyberg ahead of her, drawn better, yards in form. So I'll probably go with the 1, and then I'll go 2, made to measure, and then from the rest of them, bit of an open field. I would say nothing much to me stands out, but maybe for sort of the back end of quartets, it's a bit of a roughie. But Champagne Blaze obviously moves stables, been off for 161 days. If she's fit and well, I think with a good draw, and I think if the apprentice goes forward with her, gets in a good position, I think she could be one for quartets.
Was money for her on her debut. They backed in for she was favourite that day at 22-10, and she ran behind Kentucky. This is my best bet on the day. I put up made to measure as my best bet on the day. I think it's a tough task today in racing, a hard card. So I've gone through it a couple of times, and I just think this filly, this 3-year-old filly, I know she's been expensive to follow. She's never missed a place on the poly of late, 2 seconds in the first. And I think she's just been running against stronger, and she's getting 2.5 kilograms from Kalish Cyborg. Made to measure's drawn well, Richard on board. Kalish Cyborg has got the plum draw too. On her first start, she came from an impossible position to run, just behind them in the Rip Wheeler form line. And then she got Muzi Yeni on board over 1200. She was, again, looked like she does need further. So the step up in trip will suit. But I've gone for the younger horse. I know she's been expensive to follow. And I think she's found the perfect race to get a number 1 next to her name. Probably get ready for the breeding year as well. I mean, I can't believe they'll continue with her. She's quite well bred, and probably go back up to Maurice Fontaine. The one that I would throw into the trifectas and quartets as a bit of a roughie is number 6, Pretty Boy. Chad Little on board, +1. Just like the way this horse has come on in PE. The third and the fourth, both times on the poly. She over raced a bit last time. The time before that, over 1200, she finished quite strongly. And I think she will run a much bigger race. And Give Me the Gold with Craig Zaki, champion jockey on board. He's quite close to Kalish Cyborg on the 1 run, and they ran behind Rip Wheeler. And before that, she had a third and a second on the poly. But the draw for me is the negative in that. But my arrow tomorrow is made to measure. Let's hope Richard and Alan Griff can get number 2 made to measure home. Race number 3. Play Soccer 6, 10 and 13, a maiden plate for all maidens. We revert now to the sprint trip. The betting is Jewel Mule, 7-10. 9-2 Rock Up. 7-1 Here Comes Johnny. 8-1 J Lordy. 10-1 and better the rest. A worthy 7-10 shot?
For me, purely on the fact that Rich is going to ride 54.5, I think that probably says something. The yard must be confident. Drawn 3, Cape Town form, so I would say probably is.
Anything else in the race that you might have seen as it can
Um,
improve?
to be honest, here comes Johnny. I rode him last time. unfortunately, things didn't go right going to the start. So I think that's definitely one you can put a line through it. Um,
Sorry,
Drawn
Carl.
to, I think,
Just to, I
yeah.
mean, his run in the poly was too terrible. Even the poly in Durban was bad. So I mean,
He,
uh,
to be fair, he actually ran away with me going down to the start. Another horse saw spooked and he got frightened and he ran away. So for that reason, I think it's one you got to put a line through it. Um, I think if things go well, you should definitely be there, especially I think for quartets and stuff like that, he should be included. Elysian Bow, he's been scratched multiple times on the poly, so I'm not sure if he'll run tomorrow. Um, yeah, lovely dancer, drawn well, forms a bit in and out. That's my only thing. J Lordy last time hung quite badly with Muzzy, couldn't really ride it. So obviously question mark with the Prince on, will he be able to handle it? So for me, Chulmo is the one they'll have to beat, and Rock Up's also improved, lightweight, well drawn. So I think it'll be between the two old fillies, in my opinion.
fair enough. I mean, they turned 3 the day after, the same day as you.
Yeah,
Your birthday. Oh, no, you
yeah,
turn tomorrow. You turn 25 tomorrow
yes,
to be young again.
that is
Happy
true.
birthday for tomorrow. Have the
Thank you
cake
very much.
afterwards. Have the cake afterwards.
Yeah,
So it's not Carl straight on +3 or anything like
no,
that.
definitely.
Couldn't
Was
be
it?
taking 7 to 10 this horse, Carl. I mean, I know the Cape Town form is always so much better than PE when they first get there. I'm just worried about the trip, the 1,000 meters.
Yeah,
I mean, the problem being there is she's semi meeting not the strongest of field. She's like semi meeting the blind school, to be truthful. Um, but I would rather be back in Rock Up each way. I mean, also hasn't lit the tracks up. Craig Zaki on board, another one carrying 54 and a half. There was money for it on his last run in ran behind Truly Magical. The problem is the form line is very weak. But then you look at 18 lengths behind Marchland, and Marchland just came out and won a group race at the weekend. I
yeah,
mean, and
it's
then
true.
on on debut led and got beaten by Daffodil Delight. I think that's a free force, so there might be a line. But I think this one's more suited to the 1,000 than Jewel Mule. And like I say, I couldn't be taking odds on this horse. I might have egg on my face, I might have no money in my pocket, but I'd rather be having an each way bet Rock Up. And I thought, Jay Lordy, they've never really. There was money for this horse once when he led behind, say, a prayer. And as you say, this horse does hang. And he's had excuses. Spread a shoe the one time. Last time was very handy with Musi on board. Now that could be in the trifectas and quartets. And Peter Wrench still to break his maiden in Kuberge. I mean, he's also on the cold list. There's only him and Zitzman, I think, are coupled on the tail for the cold list, I'm afraid.
Yeah, hopefully
Only
they can
just
break it
as
tomorrow.
how many days do you think since Zitzman's had a winner?
I'm not sure. So it's been
Tell you,
tough.
I've got it written down somewhere. I think it's either 93 horses and 87 days or 87 days and no, I think it's 91 days and 83 horses since his last winner.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
Hopefully
he's
something
had
come
lots of
tomorrow
checks.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
yes.
please goodness let him start having winners. And even Peter
Maybe he
Wrench
needs to
break
come
your
on the
money.
podcast.
Yeah,
He needs a podcast now.
he always said that. We'll tell him that. I know he's always keen. We've asked him once or twice, but it was one of those meetings where they were on the turf and he wasn't sure, and his horses, he pulled out about 5
Yeah.
of his 8 horses that day. Moving
Oh
on,
yes.
sorry. Race
But
number
yeah,
4, a meditated 96 handicap. We stay on we stay at 1,000 meters, and the betting is 3 to 1 Imaginable, 3 to 1 Black Egret, 7 to 2 Joker Man, 7 to 2 Tentamore, 5 to 1 Revilius, 16 and better the rest. A small race, but quite competitive.
yeah. Interesting. Obviously, Imaginable's favorite. He's been beaten his last 2 runs by Black Egret. I don't know if he'll suit the 1,000 personally. To me, I prefer the other Smith runner, Tinta Marie. Last time sure, had good gate speed, traveled well, just got caught late, so maybe dropping down to 1,000 may suit it. Yeah, for that reason, I like Tinta Marie. Black Egret, very last twice. He's run well. I think he's better over 12 than 1,000, but he's still for big horse. He shows a lot of pace. He will be there. He's beaten Joker Man. Um, there's nothing to me that indicates Joker Man will finish in front of Black Egret this time. Um, but to me, also a little bit of open race. But I personally like Tinta Marie as my one. Um, you know, yes, personally.
Quick question. Why did you get jocked off on Black
Oh,
Egret?
Chad's stable jockey. So for Mr. Null, yeah, yeah,
Agree with you completely. Tinta Marie being my first pick in a trappy race. I'm not sold on Joker Man. I agree with you. Black Egret and Imaginal. I don't think the 1,000 will suit. Um, and I think Revilius with a low weight, he has raced handy on occasions, but over course and distance, he's had 3 starts, 2 wins, and a third.
yeah.
So at a bigger price, that's one you might want to throw into your quartets and trifectas.
That's one I missed.
Think it's always going to be about the pace here. I think Tinta Marie, if Calvin can set easy fractions, it's more in his favour. But if he goes hell for leather, then he'll probably set it up for the closers. I mean,
No, I agree with
Tinta
that.
Marie, that it's all about pace in this race. I mean, he's done nothing wrong. He's course and distance winner. He's 75%, 50% wins and the 2 places on the poly, Tintamari, so there's no issues with that. It was a cracking run behind Guy Gibson. Uh, and the 1,000, I think, is probably in his favour and against the others. I concur with what you say. We move on to race number 5. Tab.co.za novice plate. We move up to 1,200 metres. The betting is 8 to 10, another short one, all system go. 2 to 1, number 8, Ventura Boulevard. 7 to 1, number 6, Arashi. 8 to 1, Clearwood Rose. Can You Dance has been scratched the last couple of times. That's 12 to 1 on the poly. I think they're waiting for the grass. Rip Wheeler, 20 to 1. Far Away Call, 33 to 1. And number 4, Play Act, already has been scratched. Another shorty.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting one, I think, of the day. Obviously, it's form, second to none, very strong Joburg form. The only thing is obviously the question mark of why it's been off for so long. It's got solid form. I think if it's fit and well and everything's good, I think it's a big runner. It's what, 25, 29 points, I think, above the rest
Yeah.
in rating. Yeah, so on that, and it's only giving the stable companion half a kilo. I think it must be a massive runner. All fit and well, massive runner. Um, Rip Wheeler dropping down trip, I think, will suit. Probably has to improve a bit. Ventura Boulevard, also a very nice horse. 30 lengths off Get Up. I didn't think she'd disgrace herself too badly traveling as a 2-year-old. And I think if she's comes back to her best, she'll also probably give the favourite a run for money. Only question mark is I think she got scratched the other day when they went to the poly. I'm not sure if this was her. That'll be my only concern. But yeah, she's drawn well. I think it's between Ventura Boulevard and All Systems Go.
Put up one to beat them, actually, in my each way bets. I agree with you completely. Number 1, he is a class act on the day. I mean, in this race. I mean, 6 lengths behind, split the 8s. I mean, did fluff his lines behind Grand Empire. Uh, solid form. The problem again being 1,200 meters. That's even though so highly rated. I mean, sometimes he's gone up very high. I mean, that run behind Trust in a Dingons was also excellent, but those have been over a mile. You're dropping back to 1200, coming with a
Yeah,
146-day rest. A bit of
true
a
on the
worry for
poly.
me on the poly. Then we talk about Ventura Bullet. She could be anything. I mean, she won a maiden by 10 legs. I mean, go to the front. If the poly will
Yeah,
be quick again. And then they thought she was good enough to take up to the Allen Robertson. I mean, she did go for nines. Again, she's coming for 70-day rest. She could be anything. She could be the joke in the pack. She doesn't have a merit rating. The one I've put up is number 7, Clearwood Rose each way. Since relocating from Gauteng to Kuberge, she had 2 solid runs. I mean, brought on nicely. 25 to 1 on debut, ran 5 lengths behind Iona Castle. That's quite a strong form line. Last time, again, drifted out to 16 to 1 and then ran sixth, just under 3 lengths behind, exceeding the Glam. And she had an excuse that day. She was bumped quite badly at the 150-meter mark. I mean, she's almost like double figure price, and I think I'd rather be taking even money a place the first 3 than 8 to 10 all systems go.
yeah, that's true.
Uh, that's how I see the race. I mean, she's taken on class horses. She is out at the weights, but I'm expecting the favourite and the second favourite just to be under par because they have long layoffs and they're not running at their best trips. That would be my worry. And first time on the poly for Ventura. Rip Wheeler, I'm not sold on. I think they got the money when they they got the money when they put the money down. And of the rest, I mean, I struggle to see how Rashi. I mean, on her best Gauteng form, she would have a chance. But her 2 runs in on the poly have been abysmal. I mean, 11th and 10th.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, and she's been slow
She
away
hasn't
every
shone.
single time, and she runs on. So, no, I'm going to give that a swerve. Each way for me in that race, in that probably a good viewing race, and this how Clearwood Rose can provide the candy for us. We move on to race 6, a merit rated 70 handicap over 1200 meters. The betting is Winter on the Green 33 to 10, 7 to 2 New Day, 6 to 1 Whirly Bird, You Riding Green Light Dancer 6 to 1, 8 to 1 Marquetta, 10 to 1 and better the rest.
Yeah. Um, i- Interesting race. Um, I think Moscow Miss. She's come to form as of late, or since relocating. I think her first 2 runs in PE was solid effort. Winning last time out, beating Winter on the Green. She's drawn 2. I think she'll have the run of the race. I think she's a runner. Um, then for me, New Day. I don't think she'll be the strongest of maiden fields. Um, so of her, it'll be interesting. I'll first watch her how she runs first time out the maidens. Being drawn 9 against some older knocking fillies. So I probably might give her a miss. Greenlight Dancer, I thought she ran a great race last time. I think the pace on, there's not too much pace, but I think she'll enjoy if the pace is on. She must be included. She's drawn 3.
A good
Um,
jockey got her home last time.
yeah, so hopefully we can do it again. So I think she's a runner. Winter the Green, obviously drawn 1, 54.5. I think she's also a massive runner. So yeah, I'll personally make it between Winter on the Green, Green Light Dancer. Whirly Bird, I think, can sneak in. But yeah, I'll make it between and Moscow Miss personally.
Again, I found another one to upset the apple cart here. You never mentioned it. I just liked the way she debuted. Number 3, Marquetta. Her Cape Town form was quite decent. She ran on that Iona Castle form line, which we'll see in the race before. Maybe it'll strengthen or weaken it. She has a jockey on board this time. She's drawn 7. Uh, it's the second time on the poly. Uh, Mr. Gillett, I think he's decent. He's a decent trainer. And for me, it's a kind of horse that he'll improve leaps and bounds on her second run. Uh, as with your horse, as with Moscow Miss, as with Uh, the other horse, Winter on the Green, again, this is 1,200 meters. Winter on the Green, I do not like
Yeah.
one eye. Even though she's carrying 54.5, has got a positive draw of one. I mean, I look at distance, 4 times over 1,000 meters, not a place. Her course distance is good. She's placed every single time she's run on the poly. There's another one, I was telling speaking through the call of a friend, and he said, what if I lost the plot that I don't like this horse? She's come down in
Yeah.
weight a lot. Just for me, I mean, I don't know. I'm not, she's run well on the poly. I'm just not sure the 1,000 meters will suit her. I think the 1,200, sorry, I don't think she gets a
Yeah.
step past 1,000. That's for me. Yours, a New Day. I know you say beat nothing, but another, she's a Canford Cliff.
Yeah.
She could have improved. She could have strengthened in those 40 days. Uh, Not really fancied on debut behind Clara Lume. She drifted that day, slow away, hanging. Uh,
Yeah.
Stepped up to 1,300. She beat TP Standard Child quite easily. Again, you see, that's not the strongest of forms, but
Yeah.
she could come forward. I give her a chance. Yours, I think you need a hot pace, otherwise your tongue might be hanging out at the end. You might have to hold this up. Willie Bird, Craig Zaki on board. Another one that's just been knocking off them, a fifth, a seventh, a fifth. Never been further than 3 lengths behind, and has won twice over the distance. That could be anything. We forgot to mention Sharon's horse, another Canford Cliffs. One last time over course of the
Yeah.
distance. Brooknight, I think, is meeting slightly stronger this time. And Marquetta, as I said, that would be my first pick each way. A double figure price. I'm not too unhappy with that. And Moscomas, another. I mean, ran out of puff of 1,300, then beat Winter on the Green. And I don't like Winter on the Green. Caught like this horse. So,
Yeah.
in a tough race, tough race, each way for me on Marquetta. Moving swiftly on. Are you staying up tomorrow night to have a party with your dad, or are you flying straight back to work
No,
on
flying
Saturday?
straight back and
That'd be so
flying all the way
boring.
back.
I
Yeah.
let
Good
your hair down.
racing. Good racing. Joe works.
Was it Sunday
Fortunately,
or
not
Saturday?
yet. Saturday.
Sorry. Okay. Um, I got it mixed up again. I thought it was on Sunday. We'll move on to the 7th, which is a classified stakes over 1,400 meters. The betting is again wide openish. 4-1 Ridian, your dad's horse, and you riding it. Belcanto Dream 4-1. Aminato 4-1. Hospice de Boon, I think you might have ridden that once or twice. 6-1.
Yeah.
Show Off 8-1. 10-1 El Romeo Archie. 14-1 and better the rest. I leave the
Yeah.
floor is open for you.
Interesting little race. For me, start from the top. Alramirachi ran well last time. He's also a bit of in and out form. Ridian, he's been solid his last few runs. 0.1 behind Klainsy. I think that's just obviously she's gone on and improved so much. Green Planet, I think won again the other day. So yeah, you must be respected, Ridian, obviously, but drawn out in the sticks. That's the only problem. Disruptive, sort of one that's made and one after it nicely. But then I think it's half taken a step backwards. They drop in dining trip. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. And then Balka into Dream. I thought he won a lovely race last time. I really like this horse to be honest. I think for PE in these divisions, you always be competitive. Drawn well. He always does sort of have a bit of work to do, but both his last two runs, his finishing times, I think have been very good. So I think going an extra 100 meters should suit him. He must be a big runner. Hospice to Bain, he can gallop on his day. Um, there's not too much speed on, and I think if Craig goes forward with him, they'll probably his best shot, drawn reasonably. He's been off for a little bit, so a little freshen up will suit him. Yeah, Brawl Dawn won on PE debut. I always personally like to see how they run after their maidens, but to me, I think Hospice to Bain, Belcanto Dream will be a massive runner, and Brilliant for me.
PA or pick six banker?
Um, I've
No
got a lot of
arms.
confidence in Norris personally. I would say pick six banker personally.
That's good to hear. I think has all the form. I mean, you didn't forget to put the money down last time, and you didn't
Yeah,
forget to win. Well done. Drawn
thank you.
two this time. I mean, got the plum draw. You'll probably sit midfield. Hope there's a little bit of a pace. Auspice the Boon. You'll be really stiff if that beats you. I mean, he hasn't had a winner for 90 days. You have to find
Yeah.
Zichman, but rather Zichman than someone else. And
Oh, that's true.
and then Ridian drawn 12 uh, with Calvin Abibap. I mean, that's solid form. He might even try and go and try be handy. A short head beyond Clancy. That is cracking right now.
Yeah,
And Green Planet. Did fluff his lines behind Gorgeous Cape, and was punted that day quite heavily, but did get eased early doors, lost his stride, and then had to find it again. I mean, and ran on to finish fourth. El Ramiachi, 9-year-old with the apprentice on board, only positive the one. He might take that to the front. Wasn't sold on show off, even though I only had one run. That could improve. I know there was money for it last time, quite a lot of money for it, and he ran no sort of a race. Um,
yeah,
he opened up 5-1, and I think he started like 2-1. And the paddocks, I mean, Mr. Paddock tipped it. He thought it'd run a massive race and was very, very disappointing. So one to add in your bigger perms. But I think you're probably on the right one. I think Ridian is probably a good horse. And the one that I would include in everything, which again you forgot to mention, I think he did it on purpose. Amanato, Richard Ferry on board. I mean, 13 starts at the track for a win in 8 places. Course and distance, never missed a place. Had a win in 3 places. I've got to forgive the lawn. If you run, something happened that day, not striding out. But I mean, he's been
yeah,
ultra consistent and costly to follow as well. But another one that I would include in everything, number 10, Amanatu.
yeah.
That and yours, I think, would be mine against the field, with number 1 show off being as a roughie to include. We move on. We're getting there. Carly, we're getting there.
Yeah,
Nine race
fair
cards.
Polly.
Race 8, and a Fraser Mares 80 handicap, 1600 meters. Another, I think, a solid race, and I think horses that run regularly in PE. We are betting 7-2 Flower Festival, 4-1 on Sidium, 5-1 Lana View, 5-1 Potenza, 6-1 Royal Kalani, 7-1 Richard Ferry on the back for more, and then 10-1 and better the rest. Do you have a run? I don't think you have a ride yet, do you?
No, not yet.
What do you think?
The open low race. On Obsidian, she's been solid. That run behind Obsidian Star. I think Obsidian Star is quite a nice horse for PE. So I think that's a good run from her. Drawn for, got the claim off. But only carries 60 kilos. She's won over the course and distance. No, not the course and not over the distance. She's won. So yeah, I think Obsidian's nice runner. Mountain obviously refused to jump last time, so gonna have to see if she goes. Be interesting to see Royal Collini run. Got decent Joburg form, but I don't think drawn 9, first time up, they'll probably just see how she goes. Flower Festival, ever so consistent. She'll have her day in the sun soon. Could be tomorrow. I think it could be drawn well. Good gallop in weight. And then Lana View, she's been a soldier for Segela. She's run from a mile to 2000. She's drawn well, 54 and a half. Her last 2 runs have been, I think, against some competitive fields. She must be a runner. Yeah, and then a little bit of the 10, I think, for an outsider.
10
Thank you.
being, how do you say that? Sorry, didn't hear what you said. What's his name?
Quan Dan, I can't even say it. I didn't even attempt
No,
it, so
number 10. Number
yeah,
10.
we'll keep it number
He's,
10.
Easy in that way.
Yeah.
A Strydom trait, a number. Number
Yeah.
10.
No, it did. Yeah, I had to opt out.
Do you love the profile of number one on Sidium as the apprentice on board? Um, Only time fluffed her lines since being in Quebec on the poly was behind Lana View. She finished fourth that
Yeah.
day. And she's held actually by Lana View. Lana View actually gets 4 kilograms on her last run. Uh, that, but there's been a lot of races in between. I mean, on paper, Lana View actually holds on Sidium. Uh, but I think on Sidium, it's probably come forward from that. Uh, I mean, he was unlucky last time getting beaten a half a length being Obsidian Star. She was closing late. I think she's a massive runner. Uh, Richard on back for more. Only positive for me is the draw and has won at the course and over course and distance, but has had quite a few runs. She's getting a bit long in the tooth as 5-year-old mare. And I've had a whisper for Royal Kalani. They tell me working well. I think we'll start a shorter price. I think the stable will be on
Yeah.
that. And first time in Quebec, first time on the pony, draw 9. They'll have to get the run of the race, I think, and
Yeah.
because there are a couple of tried and tested on the poly, number 8 flyer festival from the Sharon Cotson Yard. I mean, 7 runs over course and distance, 2 wins in 3 places. I mean, that's solid form. But he's held on one of the Oncidium runs. Um, does run on well, and I think the extra 200 will suit. And then we get to Lorna View. I think a massive runner. If I was to put up something, it'd probably be Lorna View each way. Take trifectas and quartets with Oncidium and include Royal Kalani and exactas and trifectas and the whole bank shoot. And that's how I see the race. An interesting race, and let's hope it's run to form. I'm not a fan of number 10, even though I can't pronounce it. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Moving on to the lucky last. Most competitive race of the day, it looks like, in the betting
Sure.
terms. It's a merit rated 66 handicap over 2,000 meters, longest race of the day. And the betting is 5 to 1 San Quintin, 6 to 1 Osmium. The reserve runner Crepusculu now gets in because there's
Yeah.
a non-runner. I'm not sure who the jockey is. They haven't announced it yet. 7 to 1 Woman in Gold, 7 to 1 Terminal Velocity, 14 to 1 and better the rest. Your dad has a couple of runners. And what are you on,
For Mr. Miller,
Mr. Miller?
the
Did your dad
Silvano
forget? Did your
song.
dad forget? Did your dad forget to phone you? What do
um,
you think of a tough race?
yeah. Personally, to me, this looks like a proper field race. Um, Woman in Gold, won a maiden. Gonna have to see how she goes with 62. Flashlighting since winning, I think he's just been probably below his best. Drawn 14, so he'll probably be given a chance. Savannah's song, she's fair form. Also a little bit in and out, so I have to see what mood she's on, what mood he's in tomorrow. Also drawn out wide. Uh, this is I won't lie. I find this a difficult race. Some also I think's got chances drawn out and wide. Um, I like Osmian for Sharon Cotson. I thought why Nasty stepping up in trip. I remember Chase saying he definitely is a good stayer. For that reason, I think he must be a player. San Quintin. To be fair, his last 4 runs have been pretty consistent, running against some hard knocking horses. Fair draw. He must be a runner. And then there's one off Mystia. If I just sorry.
Gulu, number 17, Joburg
Yes.
horse, the Joburg horse.
Yes. That's the one. Not sure who's gonna ride it, but it's got got, I think, nice form in Joburg. Obviously drawn out wide. But I think coming down to new centre, maybe a little freshen up. Yards in form. I think that should be also a nice one for quartets.
I put up. I'm with you in this race. I like Osmian a lot. I like the way. I know she only won a maiden. Uh, it was a maiden mix that day. Since coming to PE in Quebec, and with the application of blinkers, she's improved every single run. The more she stepped up in trip. I mean, she did win quite closely last time, and there was money for her. She is taking on stronger horses today or tomorrow. I think she'll have her work cut out, but I put up as one of my each way bets. Um, number 10, San Quintin, with Jason Gates and the Cactus on, has done nothing wrong. I mean, she beat that good horse called Garden Sun, and she
Yeah,
came from behind, Garden Sun that day. I mean,
yeah, it's,
so must have been the fractions that day. Yeah, she does enjoy the quality. I mean, she's 3 wins and 8 places from 22 starts. She's a course and distance winner, a multiple twice and 2 places from 7 starts. I mean, she's got all the form in the book. She's just not a fashionable stable or a fashionable jockey. I mean, Crepuscular, I know, flattered to deserve plenty times at Joburg. They've, they've done their cash on that horse a few times. Uh, but I think she'll be a good stay and a nice addition to the PE ranks. And of the rest, oh, Terminal Velocity took for a while to win. She's had 2 mediocre runs since then, but she's drawn 17. I mean, she's drawn 16 out of 16. That's in the car park. I mean, that Global Drumbeat has got the draw, and is a course and distance winner. But he's held on the homing pigeon run, and then so it all comes back to Osmian. It's a maiden
yeah,
winner with the form in the book. I think she just got to step a little bit forward, and I think she'll run a cracker. And don't forget, I haven't mentioned it, but I've got to mention it. Sorry, I'd said she, it's a he. Osmian's a he for Oil Gelding.
yes, yeah.
Should I, shouldn't I? Should I include Alardo's Pride in my quartets? It's because I've been I've been waiting so long for this horse to finish to run a decent race. You've ridden it
Yeah,
the last few times. I mean, came from an impossible position last time, slow away again. Both times you've
yeah.
ridden it, but it's
He's
not your
been
fault.
running short of his best. I've tried everything to try and get him out. He's just on his own mission at this age, comes out when he wants to. But I think if the pace is on, it could be last race, 2000, sort of open field. I think if the pace is on and he gets a smooth run round, I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair. You know, he's run 2 lengths off um, by a trip short of his best. They didn't go hard. But yeah, I think the pace is on. He jumps sort of on terms and he gets a clean trip round. He could be one to come and shock us all.
It would be quite apt for Sitzman to close the season. I mean, actually, does hold the favourite. 5.5 kilograms better off from when they met. I mean, San Quintin beat him by 4 legs that day, and today he's in receipt of 5.5 kilos. He's got, he's got the. I think it might be a jockey strap, Calvin Abud. Just joking.
Yeah. Maybe he can work some magic.
Yeah, I think he might have to. I think he might have to. He'll be coming late, and you'll be seeing him flying. Uh,
Fingers
yeah, a
crossed.
tough race to close the day. What does your card look like on Saturday?
That's okay. Competitive. First time in the first, Geostorm in the second. So 2 chances. Hopefully we can bag one on Saturday. That'll be a good way to
What will
start the
be?
new season.
You got 3 runners. You got two that place off along the
Yeah.
first timer, Geostorm, and then World Order. Come on,
At
trainers.
Geostorm
He needs more rides.
last run. Yeah, it's the plan. So hopefully we could start the season off at the bang. So yeah, if one of those can win, that'll be great.
Thank you once again for being on board. Have a great birthday
Thank you very
tomorrow.
much.
Hope
Thank you.
you can be nice to be with your parents on your birthday, even though it'll be just a short time. con- continue working hard, and your luck is there, so it'll just keep on improving.
Yeah,
How many
thank
winners
you.
for the season?
Fingers crossed.
How many winners for the season?
22 since I've come back.
That's great. I mean,
23. Oh, yeah.
are you counting in tomorrow's? Which one of yours tomorrow?
Oh, Balcanto Dream.
So,
That would be
yeah,
a
no,
nice birthday present.
yeah, for your dad as well. Um, Stay safe, be lucky.
Thank you very much.
Let's hope you can have a couple more winners. Thanks for being on board. Thanks everybody for joining us. Let's hope we've steered you in the right direction, and that's all we can do. Have a good one, Carly.